Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Rafa Benitez has held his press conference ahead of Sunday's game against Tottenham Hotspur, 2 o'clock kickoff at Goodison Park. And he's been talking about the injury situation and how important it is to get players back and how important those players will be to Everton changing the form we're in at the moment. Obviously, 3 defeats in a row. He did confirm that Yerry Mina and Andre Gomes were still out, still not available, which is a bit of a blow. Well, certainly Yerry Mina. We sort of knew that anyway because he hadn't been called into the Colombia squad. That's obviously a massive blow. And Andre Gomes, no real word of what the injury is, but they're trying to deal with it. And getting those players back and like Decore back for the next game would be hugely important for the Manchester City game. And then obviously getting Dominic Calvert-Lewin back after that. But obviously this international break gives us a couple of weeks to try and get that sorted out. He did confirm Luca Dean has been training, he's fine, and he should be available for the weekend, so that's good. Less messing about at the back, which is obviously, again, what we need, a settled team, settled players for the likes of that cursed tonal marking and things like that. He did also speak about Fabian Delph. He said he's okay and said, how important players like him are, experienced players who've won things. And I tend to agree with him. The problem is Fabian Delph as a player has not really made himself available in his time at Everton. And before the game on Monday night, he'd only played 8 minutes at Leeds this season. He seems to pick up very innocuous injuries and then goes on the sidelines as quickly as possible. So I don't think he's ever had a problem with him. I don't think he's ever been a problem when he's playing. It's just that we just don't get him on the pitch enough. So let's see what he can do on Sunday, whether he can continue the form of that second half against Wolves, where he came on and played really, really well. Obviously, he played probably man of the match, but it wasn't very hard to be man of the match in that game. But obviously, the manager, as I said, talking a lot about the injury situation. And I think, as people are asking him about the situation, 3 defeats in a row, he's going to lean heavily on that, because let's be honest, having Dominic Calvert-Lewin so far this season for only 3 games out of the 10 in the Premier League. Having Richarlison, I think, missing for 4. Decore's now missed the last couple. We've had Pickford out for games. We've had Yerry Mina out for games. Seamus Coleman out for games. This whether this squad is big or little, it just shows a lot of our bigger players have been out this season. I mean, that's no excuse. Our squad is really, really poor, and that's the reason, part of the reason why we are where we are, and we've lost 4 of the 10. So that's something maybe they will address in January. But getting those players back fit and just not having players out for injuries for a long time, getting to the bottom of that, what is going on with the medical team and stuff like that? Can any of that help? So so we did mention that quite a few times. So hopefully we'll have some players back, after the international break. Anthony Gordon has earned a call-up to England 21s, Lee Carsley's England 21s. Great news for him. He's done really well this season. Starting to look like a bit more of a Premier player. Tactically looks very switched on. And it's fantastic that he's got this reward. He's getting more game time at Everton this season, but I think, England and 21s acknowledging him that he is doing well is really important as well for him as well. It shows that he's doing something right and he's moving in the right direction. And obviously, it's hard for young players. They come in and out of teams. They may not know exactly where they stand. May think like they're just going to fall off the pecking order when players come back. But I think this is a really good sign for him, and I think the manager's happy with him. And hopefully, if there's games where we do play 4 attacking players, he's one of the players who's one of the attackers, because I'd honestly rather see him any day of the week than Iwobi. So really well done to Anthony Gordon. Our home game against Aston Villa in January, on the 22nd of January, has been moved. It is now 12:30 kickoff. So again, we sacrifice a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. I think we haven't got another one this year, I think, apart from, yeah. Obviously, television again. Yeah, not much we can do about that. Although the Premier League are just about to sign a huge deal with the US TV market for more money, so that money will come to Everton. So that's good news as well. On Sunday, before the game, the armed forces will be recognised, and also Walter Smith will be recognised with a period of silence and flowers being laid and things like that. Obviously, it is very close to the 11th of November. This is the last game before that, and obviously we pay our respects to the armed forces, and obviously for Walter Smith as well, ex-Everton manager who recently died as well. So look out for that at Goodison on Sunday. And if you want to go and watch a game of football tomorrow, Everton women are playing Brighton at 5:30 tomorrow at Walton Hall Park. It will be the new manager's first home game. They played in the week in the Cup. They won 3-1 at Leicester City after a couple of bad defeats before the international break. That is a 5:30 kickoff. So if you want to go and watch them, Walton Hall Park, why not? If you're bored and you want to go and watch a game of football, go and check that out. There you go. Make sure you go and check out our match preview for the Spurs game, our opposition match preview, which is over on Patreon, and the Starting 11 show, as well as lots of other shows, exclusives over on Patreon and on YouTube. The links are in the description. Give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you later.